Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Marshal Kramer Show. I am Marshal Kramer, and this is my show. This show where I do my shit, and I talk about my stuff, talk about life, and talk about whatever. Today, I'm joined again by guests, the same guests last time, Evan and Abe's. Did you guys give my question some thought?
Yeah.
I mean, do you guys stress over like really small, probably insignificant things that just like shouldn't like for example, like when I used to work at like
yep.
I would say, because like we had like not a sales pitch, but like I did my own thing to like tell people what they needed and shit, right?
Yeah.
Give them the information. And I swear to God, if I forgot to say like one thing after they purchased it and walked out, or didn't purchase it for that matter too, like I would think about like what I could have said,
yeah,
or what I did say that was kind of like
or
not completely
you
true.
were in an argument with somebody and you're driving home and you're like, I should have said
yes,
that.
Yeah, shit like
yes.
that
Oh
too,
yeah. And yes, so it does.
Because then you're not with the person anymore,
yes,
and especially a stranger that you can't go talk to again.
Or something we're all involved in. Hopefully we maybe go tomorrow. But the bars. How many times I said something stupid shit, and I worry about it all week. It's like,
same.
dude, shut the fuck up. Who cares? You said some stupid.
Especially
it's
if
a little thing. I said a little thing.
Especially if you're like talking to someone and then you either lose them or like they go to get a drink and you can't find them again or whatever the fuck, and then it's like, did I say something?
Did I say something?
Or was there something I should have said?
I'm like, I shouldn't have said you're beautiful. Oh, you're beautiful. And it's like I was drunk. It's like, who cares?
Or even if it seems like everything's going good, and then it's just like you probably genuinely just went separate ways and couldn't find them again because like shit like that happens.
No, I 100%. You sit there. Do you too? Just worry about those little things.
See,
whatever little things you say, I'm guessing.
I was just gonna say that because like my mind goes to such a fucked up place with those little things that I stress about. But like what you're talking about and like high school jobs and shit, I would cut corners all the time, and it's scary that I didn't think about them because like I would like skimp some shit like 5 days in a row and not stress about it. But like you said, shit with the bars and stuff, then my mind will go fucking hog wild, which is probably just being selfish. Like I don't give a fuck about the job, but I give a fuck about talking to girls or some shit like that. So
yeah, it is. It was like more of a like person to person thing for me because like working and stuff, I didn't give a fuck about corporate. Like shout shit. Like I like working for you guys, but like I would try to cut corners to make myself more money and stuff. So I would we had a bunch of like coupon codes, right? So I would try to like use those to incentivize customers to get like an extra thing, so then I would get paid. Yeah. So I fucked over like corporate, but then I would like think about it. I'm like, I'm gonna get like caught or something. Even though it's not like really like I wouldn't say like illegal, but like you know.
But it's they're gonna say you can't be doing this. Yeah. They give you a warning. You get a warning.
We got audited once, and I was kind of like freaking out the entire time because I'm like, they're gonna like find out that the numbers are skewed because I'm using $15, $25 coupons every fucking second.
Every second.
Like, mine was just gonna be like not cleaning the bathrooms as good as
Or I mean, slightly more illegal. Like I would take like energy drinks every once in a while.
Okay. So, and I'm looking at my notes again because, and I'll give you one more example because I fucked up. What I wanted was a story where you fucked up, but you, in the same sense, you can't tell nobody. Like you fucked up. You're like, I have to walk away from this right now, and no one can know this just fucking happened.
Take it to the grave.
And so this is the one you guys have definitely seen this. So one of the examples I've had a meme recently or a long time is that gun instructor. And he's out there instructing the guns. He's like, and you want to hold, gotta hold it up like this. And blah, blah. And he's like, and you want to hold it here? And you go, bang! And he just pops it off. And he just sits there and starts biting his lip. And then some guy goes, did you mean to do that? And he goes, yeah. And then he kind of goes back and then like gets.
Now, if you want on this 44 Magnum, you can shoot it single action. With a nice light trigger pull.
Did you mean to do that?
Yeah.
Down with his gun. So he's like, he fucked up, but he cannot tell anybody that he fucked up, even though people may have known and everyone knew he did fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So owning shit.
And you don't have to walk away. It could be that, and it could even be even better that a fuck up that people knew you did and you never just admitted to, and you're like, hey man, I'm coming clean now.
Well, going off that, like how far have you taken like a really small or like even a big like lie, like how far have you like denied it?
Very
and,
far,
like,
I imagine.
like, just
dude,
probably further than I can think right now with some.
Every high school relationship, friends and girlfriends, I've got to have at least one with like just like BS, like tiny stuff that I could easily tell them and they'd be fine with, but it would just grow and grow until the point where I'm just like, okay, what? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I don't know. How about you?
The entire time that you're like lying about it, even if it's like something small, you're like, I could probably just tell them and come clean. But then there's like, I've been telling them this for weeks, and then all of a sudden, you know, how are they gonna think about me if I'm lying or some shit?
Everybody's got to have a fuck ton of those.
People lie all the time. It's
Absolutely.
it's just natural.
I know. And I have friends and stuff that say, yo, I can't lie, I never lie. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, and that's why I talk a lot about, and I love the comedian Tim Dillon. The hypocrisies of human beings. Humans are hypocrites at their nature. They're liars at their nature. You know, and it's just like, roll with it. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, fuck it. Hey, I'm a liar and a hypocrite. That's it. It is what it is, baby. But I hate the people like,
I never lie, and I'll never be hypocritical.
It's like, you literally just lied right there, and you're probably hypocritical every day.
I'll just do it with like small things. Sometimes like I'll make too many plans with like people that I know in person.
I'm the
like
fucking worst at that shit.
Those things?
Yeah.
I label those, and I'm gonna ask the question: Are white lies okay? Those are white lies, right? You're not telling the real reason why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But isn't the real reason most of the time you just would rather just chill?
Yeah.
It really has nothing against the other
Mostly.
person.
Or you just got too busy, like genuinely got too busy and just
Literally.
didn't want to like say, hey, like
I always used
I
to
made
take
plans with this person.
I always used to take all of that shit personal. And it's like, you know, sometimes if you want something bad enough, you'll do anything for it. So like a lot of times when I lived in St. Michael and all my friends live 45 minutes away, 30 minutes away, I always want to hang out with them more bad than they wanted to hang out with me. And they would never come out to me. And I always have to go out to them 30 minutes away. And I go, why can't they just drive 30 minutes? I do. It's not that big of a deal. It's like, well, they don't care about it. So I used to take that shit personal. But now, and they used to have to lie. But now I go, they can just say, man, I don't want to drive. I go, oh, that's no fucking big deal. I get it. It's fucking hour drive round trip, man. Not a big deal, you know, but that's also, you expect people to take shit personal all the time, you know?
Exactly. I think I've gotten a little bit more mature and more like blatant with that kind of thing, like recently, I guess. But I used to be really bad with that. Just not wanting to tell people like the complete truth.
Damn straight, dude. And I'm learning that hard, and I like the customers that I'm having right now, but I'm learning that hard with my business, and I'm starting to just, it's by doing it in my business because it's fucking up my money and my time, something I'm very passionate about, then it starts to trickle into all my other aspects of my life. So I'm nice, very respectful, but I'm starting to be more stern. Hey, this is what I want. This is what I'm expecting. This is how I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
Communicating, you know?
And that's kind of like a way better outlook to have with like dealing with stuff like that. Or just like being honest, but like, because a lot of people because the reason they would lie in that sense to where they're not being completely truth, like to save someone's like feelings, for example, like because they don't want to hurt their feelings.
Exactly.
Right? And a lot of people are just going to kind of hide what they really want to say to protect that. But honestly, like the person's not going to be that hurt from it. And especially if you're being honest with them about whatever, like it's going to make them better too.
Exactly.
Like if they're trying to improve on something and you're like lying to them about it, like, hey, that's good shit, but you're not, but you don't mean that. Like that's not going to help them. Like, that's just one example. You could branch it out. But.
And honestly, if we think about it, so you guys agree that white lies can usually be justified?
I think so.
Right?
Yeah.
I think so too. But if we're being honest about it, going back to whatever you were talking about with selfishness from your thought about the club or whatever, that might be the most selfish thought is white lies, because we're going, you know, I don't want to make them feel bad. We may maybe I'm hypothesizing this. Maybe we justify it going like, well, I don't want them to feel bad. No. You don't want to be the one who makes them feel bad, because if all of a sudden somebody asks, hey man, I make music to a bunch of my friends and I say nothing, and do you guys like my music? And then my buddy next door, or my buddy right next to me goes, no, I don't. And I go,
right.
I mean, he should have said, I'm glad he said that. I didn't want to be the one to tell him that. I didn't want to be the one, but it is the best thing that he needed to hear. Because he's a friend of mine. It's the best thing he needed to hear at that time, that you need to improve.
And I like the core of that issue too. I think it's
this
like,
was him.
I think it's like
you have a lot of improving to do.
I think it's like a fear of like confrontation almost.
It is.
Like you don't want to say this one thing and then have to
1000%.
deal with the after effects of what you just said. So you just say something that can be rhetorically remarked on.
But
like,
no,
I like your stuff. Okay, cool.
Okay, now here's my argument more to that, and the reason why we avoid anything is time and energy. Is there so much combat verbal combat each day with people that we have to just postpone most of it, or just bypass most of it? We can only pick and choose our battles. You cannot tell the truth every fucking time because
Right.
you don't have the time or energy. Because one little truth instead of a white lie could lead into an hour conversation because they want to know your real thoughts behind it. Because you already said something, they go, well, why? And then, well, why? Well, why? And then, you're in an hour conversation. You can't do that.
They shouldn't
you can't do that with everybody.
It shouldn't even matter your response on like a lot of those things. Even if you like say something that's criticizing them or whatever, and then you have that conversation like why? But it should be the same level of confrontation even if you agree with them. Like it should still be why. You should still have that confrontation. But when you do give them that what is it like confirmation bias or whatever, when you're agreeing with them, they don't give those questions afterwards.
Yeah,
because they're just gonna be like, oh, that's sick. Like,
and they want it to be done. That's what they're doing it for. They want it to be done.
They don't want to push it because they already got their like ego.
Exactly.
Check,
Boom, and they're out. Yeah. And then we surround ourselves with that. That's why literally fraternities and clubs and groups and teams and parties, political parties, that's why they exist. Because we want everyone around us to be like, yep, that's the way it is. Oh, you're a beast.
Exactly.
You're the man. They want yes man. Yeah, a lot of people do.
With like politics, I mean, that's why it's even like a thing because you have all these parties that have their own beliefs and then they can argue about it back and forth. Like if everybody agreed on the same stuff too, like, you know, you got to have it.
But do either you purposely interject the opposite ideology of thought, view on anything ever?
I think playing devil's advocate is like one of my favorite things to do. Like even with stuff I don't believe in. Like
that's your humor too. That's your humor too.
I'll be talking with my parents about like politics or COVID or something stupid, and fully agreeing with them, but then just arguing with them because
for no
fuck
reason.
it. Yeah,
to fuck it. Yeah.
I mean, I think that might be one of the main reasons. Like, I'm not like anti-vaccine or anything, but I don't think I got it because of how heavy my entire family was on it and how like they were trying to push it and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I mean, being devil's advocate or whatever and just not doing it.
Devil's avocados.
But I'm thinking more in a sense, do you guys ever watch someone who's an opposite view of you, listen to their podcast, read their books, listen to their music? I was just asking, do you ever purposely do that? Or when you're doing the devil's advocate, are you like literally trying to pry to hear their side? I know you do it for humor too, but are you a little bit curious in actually hearing their side of it to gain further perspective? That's what I'm asking. Is there anything you do?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part. I mean, I'll do it every once in a while, not like all the time, obviously. Like if it's something like I would genuinely agree with, I'm not just going to counter them for no reason. But maybe like throw some points in there that could contradict. Because I mean, I don't really know how to say it, but like even looking at like politics, there's going to be like you can be one side or the other, but like I could be this side and still agree with some like stuff from the other side. So you can still like nitpick both ways, and that's just kind of what I'm saying. Like I could agree with it, but still nitpick at it. Kinda.
But do you personally listen to any opposite ideologies, podcasts or TV shows or books often? Do you choose in that?
Music.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, music for the most part. I mean, as far as like television, that kind of thing go, I just kind of like watch whatever I like, to be honest. But like,
because you don't watch that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But like, I'm a genuinely happy person, but I listen to like melodic rap and stuff, like sadder rap for the most part. It's like the biggest genre that I listen to, I guess.
I think I'll tell you that, speaking on it, but I think I'll tell you this right now, that I think a huge reason why I continue doing DoorDash too and have done driving jobs forever is because for the last 3 years during my podcast is because then I listen to so many podcasts. And because I listen to so many podcasts, you came home today, I was listening to podcasts. I listen to so many podcasts because I can. Then I have an hour each day where I'll just listen to a different perspective just because I need to do it. But if you're not watching that stuff all the time, when you have the time to do it, you're going to listen to stuff you like. Come on.
Doing stuff like that, I mean, it helps build your own opinion on things too, because you can see multiple perspectives and you can agree with what you want to agree with and disagree with what you want to disagree with.
Well, here's the best thing about giving somebody else's argument or side a shot is the fact that at the end of the day, you may gain a new perspective, sure, but you will gain a new perspective. But you can even, if you want to, build your argument better. You could see the flaws in their ideology by nitpicking. You could literally become a bigger fan of your side by just listening to their side, but truly listening to somebody else's side.
I mean, you can even have like your own beliefs change sometimes too. Like you can think one thing, but then get so much fact on like the other side of it, and then slowly start to like kind of agree with the other side.
No, absolutely.
Because obviously, without information, you're going to build your own bias towards something, you know?
Extremely.
But once you start subjecting yourself to the other side, you know, you might sway a little.
But that's natural. Going back to time and energy, you don't have time or energy to not make biases. You have to. You know your bias on the road? You have this bias. Your bias on the road is that everyone else is going to follow the rules. That is your bias, naturally. Every single time you do it. And then every single time you go to the register to check out to get that candy bar and hand that person your bias is, this is a safe product to eat. Someone could have injected, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you have to make these things. You can't think about that every day. You can't be on the road driving 3 hours a day like I do, 4 hours a day, and worrying every second about, oh my God, is everyone going to follow the rules? Is everyone going to follow the rules? Or if I'm trying to get a candy bar or a gallon of milk and I'm like, this shit might be poisonous. Like, no, you gotta gain these biases to save your time and energy. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I figured out a lot about religion my sophomore year in college for that very reason. There's this kid that he was like this super big religious, like spiritual guy, and he would just sit in the like common area and just bitch about religion all day. And like the stuff that he said is my argument kind of against religion. Not like fully against like fuck religion, but like everything he was saying is like, I don't want to be a part of that. Fuck all that. Like those are the, in my opinion, like whack. So, but my biggest thing besides the religion shit is I will purposely go to the bar and pick up a 4 just to see that side of it.
And that breaks the serious tone. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. All right.
I'll go
Fair
deep.
enough.
I'll go
Fair
into
enough.
muddy ass waters just to appreciate the other side and figure out what I like.
And
right?
I
I
appreciate
do.
that you are trying to make an attempt at understanding
Yeah.
the other side.
You gotta see both
Okay?
sides. You know?
I mean, that's awesome that for you to go up twice your score, you know, that's
Yeah.
huge to really see
Yeah.
what it's like up there, you know, to really see what it's like up
Get
there.
to the top.
Get to the top.
The country shit. I just did it with the country song. I went
Oh, yeah.
from completely saying fuck country
Oh, yeah.
and then explored it.
And
just
you
to
enjoyed
see.
it.
Yeah,
you
it was
enjoyed it.
fun.
I could hear you enjoyed it. Yeah, and that's a good one. It'll be fun.
So you enjoy 4s is what I'm hearing.
No. Yeah, that was a play on words to say that 4s are top tier for me.
He likes to
Top
explore.
tier.
That's all
Yeah.
he likes. He likes to explore.
Hey, it's like be rich, act poor, you know?
Yeah,
Same
yep.
concept.
be rich, act poor, fuck a 4. Yeah, baby.
Like that.
Oh, your mama's a whore. Score.
Maybe. Keep rhyming, man.
Or.
Yep.
More?
More? Now I'm ahead to the door.
Borg's Ward.
Borg's more.
Let's go to hop a plane on Miami and go by the shore.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hop in my 4x4.
Oh, we already had 4. Come
Yeah,
on.
you can do it again
Okay,
if
okay,
you
okay.
switch it like that.
I like it. Holy shit.
Bringing it back.
Goddamn.
Goddamn.
God damn.
He took me out of it now.
Can we talk about the?
Yeah, we can talk whatever.
Can we talk about the country shit?
Yeah,
you
go
haven't
ahead.
heard it
Yeah.
yet.
Did you finish it now? Or?
It's first of all, it's dope.
Yeah.
And what we could have shot tonight, I got this vintage cow sweater, like with a cow on it,
Yeah.
and then a cow bucket hat to go with it.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking of doing something like edgy with my face, like get like clip on like crosses or something and like a face tat to like fully embody like country, hip hop, country, and make it like that perfect mix. And I sent it to a
Cross
bunch of
earrings.
people.
Clip on
Just
cross
like
earrings.
yeah, something like edgy for
Yeah.
like my face to like offset like
Yep.
the country shit that I'm wearing.
Yeah.
And for anybody who like doesn't know that's watching, he is like the farthest away from being country you could imagine.
Yeah, he
Yes,
does not like
exactly.
country. He doesn't
And
like country.
the reason that I made the song was to prove that if I was bad, because this is what I told one of our friends at the bar. I was like, I can make a better song than this Morgan Wallen song. And he's like, no, you couldn't. And I'm like, you have to understand. I'm a white suburban kid competing against a bunch of hip hop guys. You put me competing against other white suburban country hometown type people, I'm gonna fucking floor them out of the water if I make country music. But unfortunately, that's not.
Do
what
you
I wanna
think
make.
that's okay? So are you saying that that's because of the trueness in your words that people will be hearing, or it's because of that's how it's so image related, and
I gotta fight?
white people are going to fit the country image
Regardless.
better than the hip hop image?
Yeah, regardless,
Right.
even just the way I look, I'm already kind of at a disadvantage with hip hop type shit. But although you can't really say that because there's like Kid Leroy and like all these. So I don't know. I just feel
Well,
like
no. To be honest with you, this may be some bullshit statistics, but it's just like the NFL, brother. There's more black people than there are
Yeah.
white people, and that's the same in hip hop, and it's the same thing in country. You cannot tell me there's not more white. Same with hockey, right? So
yeah,
you are at a disadvantage, and so are they in the opposite one.
yeah.
But it is. But it's not a disadvantage that was forced upon you. That's the culture that's been
Yeah.
made. The country culture came from white folk. The hip hop culture came from black folk. So
And the only way to get around that is exactly like Kid Leroy. Just be so good that you can say anything and
so good you
look
can't
like
be ignored.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kid Laroi talks about the beginning of his career. He talked about being in like this super poor city in Australia. And Adam 22, his podcast went down there to like talk to Kid Laroi. And right after he blew up, like a bunch of shit came out that like his mom works for Sony or something, and like he just had it made. And he started his career saying he was like from the trenches. So who knows? I guess just fake it till you make it.
Didn't he go to like kind of a nice school and stuff too?
Yeah,
like,
he
was like a private school.
Mm-hmm. Him and Billie Eilish both had parents that worked for record labels
Yeah.
when they started making music. So
And another
So go ahead. No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
another note on it, the other reason that this even happened, we were listening to Broadway Girls, who was Morgan Wallen and Dirk at a bar that we go to, and he says to one of our other friends and me that he could make a better country song than Morgan Wallen in 10 seconds. So
it was, to be fair, it was like a minute and a half and that hook was done. And it was like play the beat, walk in, boom, I got my strap in my truck.
No, and it was great. Like, it honestly was really good.
That's hilarious.
At this point now, I can't say, because it's such a different song than the Hollywood, California, Big Tick Girl song or whatever it's called. Which is Dirk's song, by the way. I didn't know that. That's kind of weird.
It's Dirk featuring Wallen?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a completely different song, so it'll be hard to say, like, this song's better than this one. But, like, just the fact that it took me 30 seconds to make a country song, and I said that it was going to take me 30 seconds is kind of cool.
Yeah. It's fire.
But I can't really talk shit because, like, I want to put it out. Like, I love it, so.
How much? See that.
I was gonna. Sorry.
You go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I mean, how long does it realistically take most people to even like write a song?
No, see this. No, that plays into my fucking question too, because that's what I was gonna say. I can make a commercial for a client right now in 7 hours.
Yeah.
It did not take me 7 hours. It's taken me 2 years.
Yeah.
So it did not take you 30 minutes.
Yeah.
There's no way you've never been humming along for the past year to that fucking song Teenage Dream, whatever. You've been humming along. It's been building in your subconscious brain, and then it came out that night. That's not. I don't believe it just magically popped up.
It's not magically, but like. And see, here's the crossroads that I've been at lately, because I do have the ability, and it's probably because I listen to so much music and I spend so much time thinking about it that I can do shit fast, like the hop in the booth, one take, like we did with Backstage. Get in there, get out, mix it, song's done. But what I've realized is the better way and the way to make better music is to not do that. And like to flex that almost hinders the quality of my music. So I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, other than I make better music if I actually think about it and I take time.
Mm-hmm. It sounded like you were arguing, but there was no argument.
It's both sides. Like I could go in and make a song in 30 seconds. Boom, that's cool. But if I have the time, like there's no reason to like flex and be like, yeah, I just made this in 30 seconds. Might as well fucking.
All I was saying was even a song I'm giving creators way more credit. Floyd Mayweather does not make $1 million per second. You don't count all the fighting, all the fucking fighting, all the fucking workouts. That's where you make your money. Oh, the guy makes $50,000 for speaking for an hour. No, he doesn't. You have any idea how much time he's writing, he's preparing, he's practicing his speech? So no, you never have made a song in 30 seconds. That's all I was saying.
And
I've never made even though I've made a video in 30 minutes, I've never made a video in 30 minutes. It's taken years to develop the skills to make it in 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. And the only reason that the 30-second song exists is because I record essentially with a finished vocal chain that I've been working on for 5 years. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Building up all that skill and then holding it all in your arsenal, building your arsenal up more and more makes it easier and easier.
There's this guy, son. I mean, he kind of does. He doesn't do what like you do, but he door dashes for a living pretty much. And he lives in this small like 800-foot like. It's a house essentially. I don't think it's a mobile home. It's just a house. It's just really small, and he was able to buy the whole thing with like $50,000. He uses a Tesla that he writes off for DoorDash, and then he doesn't obviously have to pay for fuel or anything because it's a Tesla.
Yep.
So he's just working.
And his
full-time.
house is solar too, so he charges his car solar.
It's just a sick little setup.
Yeah. Is he in Cali?
Yeah.
Yes. I know these homes. There's little patio homes.
Yeah,
they're homes.
The whole point is like you can live off like stuff like DoorDash if you don't have a lot of means.
No, it always comes down to that. It's like, what do you want?
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
Map that out first
Yeah.
and then make the plan from there. And I always said that. And all I want is, I've said it a million times, is to continue doing everything I've been doing since the day I graduated college. I get to, work 5-6 hours a day. Granted, it's about 6-7 days a week, but I like working every day. But I don't have to work 12-hour days. I'm not struggling for something. I'm able to save money each month. Like able to still have fun. I go out and do, and my fun will change over the years. Right now, I get to do it at like 2 or 3 times a week. I fucking love it. And I don't have financial stress. I don't have emotional stress. I don't have stress of a boss or, all the different shit that it stresses me out personally.
Right. That's kind of like my thing. Like, I don't want to have so many restrictions on my, like, being able to live the life that I want to live. So, like, that's what would scare me about getting, like, an office job or something. Like, I'm also going for computer science, but it's more or less of a backup if I can't do anything else. Like, I'll have the degree and, I can work there a little bit. I'd rather do something like real estate, but I need money and shit for that. So, we'll see where it takes.
No, and then, like, also, too, it's like that old bullshit cliche line. You can do anything you fucking want as long as you're willing to work for it. So I told my mom and dad, like, I DoorDash every single day, like 7 days a week. I have to do it every day, at least 3 hours a day. That's what I have to do. Everyone else gets a weekend. He comes back by Friday at 3. He's done till Monday. And that's just because we've chosen different paths. This is my path. That's what I have to do. So in order to live the life that I want, and I would not have changed it. I still wouldn't. I'm excited for tomorrow. So
yeah.
And I want to keep doing that. Just speaking about the next 5 to 6 days, even.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I want to keep doing what I'm doing. That's all I fucking know.
It's really
now.
just like being able to live within your means. You don't have to make like a lot of money
No,
to
you
live
don't.
within your means.
No, you
and
don't.
if you want to do a bunch of shit that requires you making, over 6 figures, like you're gonna have to do something like an office job or like a more traditional job.
And that's
usually how
fucking
it is.
okay.
And
Do
that's
your
okay
thing.
too. And
Do
if you're
your
okay with that,
fucking thing.
that's your means. You can do that.
Do your thing.
Me personally, I think I'd be more content making 50 to 60.
Seriously.
If I'm working less.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not an 800 square foot home like that guy.
No,
but,
yeah, that shit's
But that's
small,
extreme.
but
That's what he's got to fucking
yeah.
do. I would do it right now as a lot myself. Oh my god, yeah. But with a wife and kids, no
and
way.
it's also California. I mean, if you did
That's
that anywhere
different, too.
else, like
'Cause
you could do it so much cheaper.
I've
too.
seen those and I've looked at those last year when I was thinking about moving somewhere.
Yeah.
That's what I looked at. So that's why I knew right away. I'm like, they got to be from Cali because they'll have neighborhoods like that all over California.
His
where it
was
gets
a
busy.
little different though, because it wasn't like a neighborhood. He had like a lot
I
of
believe
land
you.
bought, and
I
like
believe you.
it's only his house there, and he's trying to make it a complete. It's not completely
He wants
self-sufficient
off-grid.
right now.
Yeah.
But that's why he's doing the solar. He has the solar panels or whatever, and then he's trying to. I think he's trying to figure something out for, like the plumbing. No, I don't know. He's got it pretty much all figured out.
Yeah.
I think he mentioned something that he didn't have self-sufficient, but it's all paid off. The Tesla's the thing that's not paid
That's
off.
cool. Yeah, and there's a whole wave right now of minimalism, small home, tiny home, stuff like that. So I think it's become more of a popular thing. Yeah. I think it was forced into us. I actually heard about it on a podcast from Giannis Pappas, who was on Tim Dillon's show. Basically, he talked about that apparently it was the car industry back around World War II that started this major American consumerism. It was about you want this car, and their commercials were a big car parked in your driveway, and that's the true American dream. And that was the image pushed around World War II. And that image of a nice car, your own home, your big old home, your big nice car, your green fucking grass, the hot wife, that has become the American image of success since then. And it all started from car ads. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I've always had a problem. I mean, it doesn't really have anything to do, I guess, with what you're saying, but I've always had a problem with like
Honesty.
like people who like bitch about like working their job or whatever. Like there's like other shit you can do, obviously, like the DoorDash thing or like Uber or whatever the fuck. You can do shit like that. It's just like it really pisses me off when people bitch about that, and then like I'm like, well, you can do this, but you just have so much shit that you're paying for, and that's your own fucking fault. It's not the job that you hate. It's the fact that you have $2,000 worth of bills.
And there's no
per
way
month.
out. You get yourself
there's no
into
way
a
out,
point where it's
yeah.
like, I have $1,000 worth of bills this week. I gotta make $1,000 type shit. Yeah.
So why do you think they like to? Why do you think they continue to complain, whether they like it or not? Why do you think they just continue?
Well, I think they're just unhappy with their situation for the most part.
Yeah,
I hate when they blame it on like the job. It's not the job; it's the means they're living with. Like,
No, yeah, it is. Yeah, they always say that. There's been this huge chart, like, back in the day, people start out around $35,000 a year, and then they spend like, about 30, And then by 10 years later, when they start making 70, they're still spending 65. You know, they're making more, but they're always still spending more because they want that want.
Right.
And for me, I've said it a million fucking times. You brought it up to me. I said it a million fucking times. I want freedom. And happiness. And happiness ultimately. But freedom gives me happiness. I want to do the cliche stupid shit when I'm a dad and there's the kindergarten concert at noon on a Tuesday. I want to fucking be able to be there. That I do. I want to be able to be there for that shit. I want to be able to have on a Wednesday lunch with my wife. Be like, I can take a 3-hour lunch. I don't need that shit. We can go out and have lunch.
That's what I've always hated about like just typical jobs that have set hours. It's just not being able to do shit when you want to. I just felt hell bad.
But it also fits for me because maybe you too. Because if I decide to blow off sit for a while, I can also when I'm doing the work that I like, right? So making videos. I could sit here for 2 days, 10 hours and then 10 hours easily and then get caught back up and then be like, all right, I'm going to go back and do these other things. So like I'm able to do the late night stuff, to make up for my accessing my freedom. But other people go, nah, I'm going to punch in my 8 hours and I want my beer and my cheese and my cheeseburger and I'm done. My TV show and I'm out.
And some people are cool with that, but
That's all right. And that's totally fucking all right. It's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. That's just not my... That's the mainstream thing I feel. That's the mainstream fucking thing. 9 to 5, come home, kick your feet up, beer, burger, TV.
Yeah.
I don't want that at all.
I would hate that.
I would fucking hate. I did it for a while. For probably 2 different jobs out of a total of like 4.5 months of my life, and I fucking hated it. The most miserable I've ever got. I wanted to drop out of college, did it, got into that real world without a degree, so I didn't have any fucking jobs. Right, working at a warehouse, loading trucks, doing that fucking second shift actually. So it was 3 to midnight, and then literally I was like, this fucking sucks. I'm like, I'm going back to school, bro. I'm going back to school. It was the greatest decision I was ever basically forced into.
Yeah. Yeah, basically what I was it's just so restrictive sometimes. I mean, I don't know if it's other places too, but America for sure with the 40 plus work weeks. Like I think that's like a majority of why people start to hate their shit so much, especially if you're doing that like so much. And then 10 years later, you're doing the same thing and you're like, why am I working 50-hour weeks? Like I'm wasting literally 50 hours a week. I mean, and then you sleep, you have 4 hours of freedom at home per day, and then you have the weekend. Like that's just not enough time to be happy in my opinion.
And going back to the want more, the consumerism, I think because as a culture that's why we're still at that 40 hours of work, because we need people to work 40 hours a week to get everything, all the demands of everybody done. If the average demand dropped, so could the average hours.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's all a big fucking thing,
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily employers' faults. It's just that demand is so high.
But what I can't control that. But what I can control is my own individual, and my own individual means are going to sit down because the big thing I actually want is freedom, and I got to do what I got to do I'll drop my means in order to get it. I'm not going to buy the yacht. I'm not going to have the yacht. I'm totally fucking okay with that.
I'm okay also.
But if I can go fucking do some vacations and shit and have freedom and have anytime I'm able to just do whatever I want, that's what I fucking want. So
it's like materialistic things versus freedom.
Yep, there's experiences, yeah.
Most people take material over
just
having
time. This Western culture in general probably, but it's specifically the United States, yes, Hong Kong, Dubai, places like that. Yeah, consumerism, materials. Absolutely.
I'd rather be able to jet off to Laos for a week.
Yeah, and just chill. Yeah, have no work or nothing. Oh my God, yeah, dude, that's it right there, bro. And I'd rather not go out and get food every day, and then buy the stuff at the grocery store, make it myself. So then at the end of the year, I save up and I'm able to do more of that.
Yeah.
So hey, you pick priorities, babe. Pick and choose, baby. Pick and choose.
You definitely got into the right industry though for your lifestyle though, because
for sure,
you get the credibility with the computer science thing. Like people just trust the fact that you game and you like to be up late. Like my dad, pretty much his entire career, I'd come down to the Hook and Hatch at our bar in our basement, and he'd be working at 3 a.m. when I come back from some high school thing, and so you got into the right space because you will have time. And for me personally, I don't do that. I don't do the late nights working because I tend to have more free time if I get up for work in the morning, work, and then do it, other than what I was doing before where I would sleep until 4 and then work 4 to 8 at the community center and then be tired from work and then just, it just separates my day. And when I get up early, then I have 12 hours in a day. When I was at the community center, I had fucking 6. So.
Yeah. Well, I've always been like that where I'm way more productive at night for some reason. Even if I get up early, it's just like
Yeah, it is your.
Same.
That is your thing.
for some reason when the sun is like the sun's up and it's like bright outside and stuff, I don't feel like doing anything actually productive.
You're a vampire.
and then it sets, and then like I'll be gassed for a while. Like I'll be like, I'm gonna do all my shit from like 8 to like midnight, and then stay up till 4.
And again, going into priorities and your personal preferences, though, that fits you
Yeah.
fucking perfect, bro. My job is, you know, being a photographer, videographer, editor. That's a perfect job for me. This is all I need, and just a camera. Oh shit, and I can just bounce anywhere. Oh my god, I just need all this in a little backpack. Oh god, I'm out of here. Jet off. Boom.
Oh,
You know, that fits my lifestyle too. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Peen scene.
You got a little bit of time.
yeah, the peen scene's kind of massive right now.
What's the peen scene?
I want to get my peen scene this weekend, guys.
wanna get your
So
peen
if
scene?
you're out there and you watch the Marshal Kramer show, I'm gonna get my fucking peen scene.
You know his at will be dropped, so add him up, baby.
We gotta do at least
Yeah,
one
vibe,
like
man.
funny topic before we did.
Yeah, we got. I want a little bit more time at least.
There's gotta be something funny to talk about right now, right?
Yeah, what are you guys thinking?
I
Any
don't know,
first time things? Any funny first time stories? First time anything? First time anything stories?
Let's talk about our worst line to a chick since we've been going out.
Why do we want to do
Because
that?
I have a really fucking good one.
For yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, I thought you were throwing shade on Marshall's way,
See,
bro.
I don't really do lines.
'Cause you know mine.
No, okay,
I don't
worst
say
worst
lines to people, really.
mine isn't a line. Mine isn't like a pickup line either, but like moment.
Do you walk up to random girls?
No, they walk up to me.
I approach girls.
I'm just kidding.
I would never.
I
approach
approach
a woman.
it. Yeah, you said that last time. I would never. Oh, and you said that on the burger thing.
Yeah, because
The
it's
burger review.
it's fucking Aaron Carter. Like
Oh,
someone,
that's right.
someone
Yeah,
asked,
yeah.
Someone asked Aaron Carter, "What's your go-to
What's your
pickup line?"
go-to pickup line?
I would never approach a woman. And then he's like, "Oh, because women come to you." He's like, "Nope.
Okay.
I'm out of respect."
So your worst
I've told you this one a million times, but
is it your worst experience or your worst just dumb line?
dumbest. And it ended up not being that bad, but after the
okay,
fact, I was like,
okay.
"Fuck."
Okay.
So I
'Cause
walk.
those are two different questions.
I walk up to this chick, and what I meant to say is, we both come here a lot. Maybe we should do something else.
Yeah.
But instead, I said, "You come here too much." And she literally goes like this, looks at me, and goes,
oh no.
and she's like, "You should not have said that."
Oh,
And just
no.
walked
Yeah,
away.
I remember that. I do remember that. I'm cringing right now because I'm remembering mine, dude. I'm fucked up right now. You got me fucked up.
It
Oh
can't
my
be
God.
one where you slob gobbed, though.
You know it's that one. You know the one.
Slob gob doesn't count.
Slavgod doesn't count.
It's got to be one that you're like,
You were
I'm
right
a
there. You
sober
saw it.
douche.
I can't. Don't say your name, but you were right there. It's when it's the main girl that I've always really liked,
Yeah.
and then
wait, you did say something really dumb though, didn't you?
yes, that's what I'm
Yeah,
talking about. It was
okay.
Slavgod.
Okay,
but
so
it's
it does count because you said actual words.
And it was
I
the
was thinking you went.
cringiest thing.
I was thinking you went. Rah.
No, I didn't go round.
Yeah.
That's the joke. But okay, ladies and gentlemen. So imagine a bar, long rectangle. You got
Skinny ass
tables
bar.
on one side. You got the bar on the other side. The walkway's in the middle. I'm standing by the bar at the second row, so I'm kind of the first row to the middle. And that's where people walk through. Oh, this girl I've been crushing on for months. For context, I talked to her once or twice, and then this time I was like, oh, I gotta say something again. I haven't talked to her like a month. Whatever. Oh, and I let all night go. All night I let her walk by. And then finally, I'm hammered at this point. And then she comes and walks by. And I stick my hand out like this and I kind of stumble into the way. And I'm like, oh, God, it's so bad. I go, do you remember the line?
It was like, "I'm not gonna let."
I can't let you go tonight. And that's what I fucking said. And then I can't remember what she said. She's kind of just like, oh, she didn't say anything. She just like looked at me and just like, and then just like kept walking. I'm like,
I see him.
oh my
I'm sitting.
God,
I'm
dude.
sitting like right behind Mark
Cringe.
at the bar at this point, and I saw him reach like this, and just his demeanor
Ah.
and how I usually know Marshall, his demeanor. He's like a little bit lower to the ground. A little bit drunker
Like
than usual,
this, yes.
and I see him kind of reach out, and I just
No, he turned.
He couldn't
like,
watch.
nah, I can't. But I didn't know you said, "I'm not gonna
Until
let
later,
you
until
run
later.
away from me."
Until later. Yeah, you were there. You literally said to him as he turned away,
Yeah.
you were hitting him. You're like, is he doing it? And I did it,
Oh,
but it
that-
did
oh,
not
that's
go
what it
well.
was.
It
Yeah,
did
yeah.
not go well. Whew. And I have not talked to her since. I'm not trying it again. I'm red. I'm fucking besides the fucking, literally, and it's so fucking funny that's both happened in bars in St. Cloud, because besides her, that thing, and then my first time doing stand-up in the Keller Bar at the red carpet, those, I'm not telling you, I've never, it felt that shit before, but I cringe. I get hot. As my face red, I get hot and I cringe,
Even
dude.
now?
Oh my God, I was just doing it, brother. Oh my God, yeah. I laugh about it. I'm literally, I'm fucking over it. And if anyone just sort of say anything over it, I'd be like, dude, it's whatever.
And
but
it's really not that.
It's
just funny.
But it's, again, it's a selfish thought. It should be funny. I hope everyone
got
else
it.
laughs at it. Laugh at my pain.
You got curved. I got looks me in my eyes and goes, I want to kill myself right now.
Why the fuck did you say that?
Yeah, fuck that shit.
I'm going to give some advice to the viewers, though. A good line to say is, do you prefer casual sex or should I wear a tie? Boom, case closed. We're out of the loon tonight.
Out the loon. No.
You got any terrible ones?
Not terrible, but there was that one time where we met the one chick that we know, and she had that pig on her, and the one thing I said I remember that I thought was funny, and she took it like literally.
What'd you say?
But she had this like
we were just talking about this moment the other day.
Yeah.
About first impressions.
Yeah, she had like it was like the first time we met her. Like
Yeah,
we know
it
her
was.
now, and like yeah, but she had this stuffed pig on her, and she was just like fucking around playing with it at the bar. I don't know if she had even been drinking yet or if she was like completely sober. But we sat next to her and we started getting drinks, and like she had this pig, so we're like, well, that's kind of funny. Why does she have a stuffed animal at a bar? So we started talking to her, and she like called the pig like cute or something.
Yeah.
Like she said something about this stuffed animal, and I'm like, yeah, the pig's kind of hot. Like, or like
And she's like, bestiality.
yeah, then she says bestiality. What is wrong with you? Like,
She was pissed.
I was like, it was a joke. I'm not
Calm
gonna
down.
explain myself
She
right
got
now.
pissed at both of you guys that night.
Yes.
Yeah,
She
she was
did.
fucking on
because
one.
same girl. We're talking about first impressions. Same girl. Then all of a sudden, this is after they met, and then I walk up to them, and they're talking, and she's in a conversation with Abe's, and she's looking for a word, and I go priceless, and she goes, no,
That's right.
No.
That happened too.
was it priceless? And all of a sudden, you mutter up, you go invaluable. She goes, that's the word. I'm like, fuck you,
she
bitch. I don't
started
even know who she is.
Sucking Evan that
She
night,
literally just came into me. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
you fucking bitch.
I had a good comeback after the pig thing, I guess.
What'd you say?
Well, no, just like actually talking to her, not being pissed at me for the rest of the
Oh,
night.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
a big
yeah.
comment.
No, I remember that girl. Not a good first impression, boy.
And now she's just a dick. But
I
every
don't
once in a
understand her.
while, it's not a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Every
know.
once in a while, she's fine.
I know.
I don't know.
Hey, it's kind of
Women.
whatever mood she's on.
I'd ask a girl last weekend how was Disney, and that was very painful to say.
Why?
She went to Disney and was like really gassed about it.
What was it? It was painful to hear. Cause she was so excited.
25
Hey, come on, now,
People
be
like
nice.
Disney, man.
Be
People
nice.
love Disney.
But it was
Come
like
on.
a couple weeks of like,
Come on.
I'm really excited to go to I'm breaking in my new backpack for Disney.
Let's go.
Okay,
Let's go.
All right, so note to self: never be gassed about Disney, or Abe's is gonna
Never be best of shutty.
It was like I was so excited to have
Pull up
butter
to the
beer at
party.
Hogsworth.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
No, I was excited about it, but now I don't think I'm even gonna go.
He
so-
was excited. He was excited. He just can't hide it.
Peen
He's fucking up the mics by bouncing his hands.
Yeah, but yeah. So Saturday night, 9 p.m. Peen scene at the Loon. Be there or you're a bitch. So.
Peen scene. What if,
We're gonna be live from the Pickled Loon this Friday
What
at
if-
11 p.m.
What if in 3 years, show goes skyrocket, and all of a sudden in St. Cloud, every Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, that place starts getting packed, and they're like,
Waiting for
where
us
the
to come."
fuck you guys coming from? They're like, we're here from the Marshal show.
Yeah, but only when we're at the Loon. It needs to be called the Peen scene, though.
The peen scene.
That's where we get our peens scene.
I want my peen scene. Hey, he wants his peen scene. Thank you for tuning in today. Hey, take care, my friends. Scoop boop. Toodaloo.
Took all my pills, I'm at the bottom. I can't stop thinking so much. I'd rather die than live today.